Hey, it's me. As you can tell from the title, your girl is clearly way behind on these Fantasia reviews. So again, my apologies. Y'all just don't know. You don't. I'm telling you, life has just been. So anyway, if you want to see my thoughts on episodes 8 and 9 of Fantasia for Real of the second season, stay tuned and I will be right back so we can get into this tea. Alright guys, so let's start with episode 8, which I missed. Episode 7, I believe I did. Yeah, I did 7. That's when she was in the hospital and they was going through the suicide attempt and all this and that. And then we ended episode 7 where she was supposed to be meeting up with Antoine. I was going to call him Antoine Fisher. I was going to call him. Okay, so anyway, so she was meeting up with Antoine Cook. And I just had like a real situation. It was, for me, it was just like, and it was off. Okay, and I was confused because I had a little short bus moment. But in episode 8, of course, they went back and they did the recap of what's been going on up until this point. And you see her going to the park to meet Antoine. And they're talking about, she's telling him what, the lawyer told her and all this and that. And he was like, yeah, I did go on trips and I thought basically he was trying to save face, basically is what he's saying he was doing. He's not saying that he was doing it for any other reason but to try to save face. So, whatever, Antoine, whatever. Okay, if you're married, be married. If you ain't, then don't be. I can't take the pressure to in between. So, before they got a chance to really get into the meat and potatoes of the situation, the media shows up and they're all like taking pictures and video recording. And then, of course, that's when it got slapped on, the internet and all the blog sites and all of this, that it was a setup and, it was fake and it was this and it was that. And then, I guess, and then somebody found out that it really was for the TV show. But then they still trying to say it was, to, get people to buy her album and stunts and all of this or whatever. So she left, and when she left, she told him she didn't want to see him no more. I don't ever want to see you again. That's what she told him. I don't ever want to see you again, okay? Fantasia, when they got back, when they show her going back to her house, she was like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want no cameras. I don't want nothing. I just want to be by myself. So she went into her house and kind of retreated in the house by herself. And then we see Brian meeting with a publicist for the tour to kind of handle all of the media that's going on and what everybody is saying and what's going on and things of that nature. Brian was telling the publicist, we need you because Fantasia cannot fall apart right now. She's got a very grueling schedule. She's got a lot of dates. She's got a lot of things that she said she would do, and all of this just kind of came up in between or whatever. So the publicist was like, yeah, I got you, blah, 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 blah. They talked it out. They roughed it out. Bam. She got a publicist. All right. So then they show Fantasia in New York. She's getting ready for Good Morning America, which was her first interview since the whole suicide attempt and everything that came out in the public with Mrs. Cook and with Antoine and stuff like that. And she said that when she got to the set, she was able to meet with Robin, and I can't remember her last name right now. She met with Robin, who was the host on Good Morning America, who was going to be doing the first interview, and she said that Robin was really, really nice. And they actually showed her meeting with Robin, and Robin was like, God bless you, I'm here, we're all here, we're all pulling for you, yada yada, blah 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 blah. And that made me feel good. I mean, it would have made me feel good if I was in Fanny's shoes too, but she said it really, really helped her. Okay, so as she's getting ready for the interview, she said her stomach is in knots and she's just so freaking nervous. She's so stinking nervous, and she just starts vomiting and all of this. And we see Brian talking to the bodyguard, telling the bodyguard, you're gonna have to get used to this. When she gets nervous, this is what happens. So whatever. And then Brian was just saying, he wasn't sure if this was too much too soon for her as far as the the interviews and the press and the singing and the dates and the tour and everything. He just didn't know if it was too soon for her. So he did kept saying that throughout the episode. So then we see her performing on the GMAs, which was a fabulous performance, by the way. Loved it, loved it, loved it. We see part of the interview where Robin was asking her about the overdose, and Fantasia was trying to hold back the tears, and she was trying not to cry, and she was trying not to break down. And so she did a really good job, and she got her tissue. She said what she needed to say. She wiped her tears, and it was good. And I don't know if it was just drudging up a lot for her right then or what was going on, but she did it. She was a trooper. She stuck it out. Who say stuck that? She stuck it out. There we go. We show her back in Charlotte, and the final product of what we as the consumers get for the album comes to the house. She loves the packaging. She begins to read the thank yous. Her and Brian kind of go back. She wants Brian to kind of read the thank you so he can read what she said. But she was saying that he reads with no fervor, no intensity, no life. So she starts reading the thank yous, and they were very, very beautiful. And she let, in the thank you, she was letting Brian know how she felt about him, how thankful she was for him, how thankful she is for him, and all of the things that he is doing for her. I think she referred to him as like her guardian angel and things of that nature. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moment. Saying how the album was making her happy, and she was explaining how much work went into it and how she was just excited about everything that was going on with the album. And she said the whole album itself just made her so happy. So that's good to know, because I really, really loved the album. Really loved him. So then we see Teeny in doing a radio situation, a radio review, and you had not review but interview, and then you have people calling in and asking him about his sister, asking him why she's so stupid. She knew that man was married, and blah 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 blah. And Teeny was like, look, that's her situation, you know what I'm saying? Please just don't bash my sister, but that's her situation. I don't want to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this single I got called Space Age Riding, which we'll get into in this next episode's review. Okay, so anyway, so then we see so he kind of shut it down or whatever, and so then we see her in Vegas, and she's going to Vegas for her album release party, and Aunt Bunny shows up at the hotel room and surprises Fantasia. And again, Fantasia's nerves are just like crazy, so she starts to throwing up and got to be in the bathroom and all this and that. Gets there and the club is packed out. It kind of makes her even more nervous. She sees all of the people and the different celebrities and things that have come out to support her, and she just gets really like, in her mind, okay, what are they hearing? What do they know? How do they feel about me? Do they still feel the same about me? Are they still excited about it? Teeny shows up. But he shows up with all the antics and the dramatics about, you know what I'm saying, girl? This here is your destiny, Thank you, Teeny. Thank you. And when he shows up, he's all like, like he's in boss mode or whatever the case might be. But, okay. But can we get a rent check? Okay. He has a pep talk with Fantasia. She feels better. She gets on stage. She owns it. She lets everybody know that she's not going anywhere. She's not, ending her life. Nothing is happening. Her career is going to stay strong. She's going to stay strong, and she's going to do it. So, kudos for episode 8. It went down pretty hot. I liked it. Let's get into episode 9, honey. Okay, so in episode 9, I kind of missed the first part, but I think it was just like an overview of them still being in Vegas and what was going on. So by the time I tuned in, because I was in the middle of something else, honey, when I tuned in, Tina and Bunny and the bodyguard, Tina's bodyguard, I think it's his bodyguard, was walking down the street, right? And everybody was clothed, and they had their little drink in their hand, and it was cool, right? Okay, so then all of a sudden, they go up to this bridge in Vegas, and all of a sudden, the bodyguard dude, who is big, now this is a big man, okay? He gets up there and he scripts with a C, scripts down, okay, to his bare necessities, and puts on a Depends diaper with his tube socks and his dress shoes, which were nice, by the way. But the point I'm trying to make is you's a big old man. Like he gave me baby Huey. You feel what I'm saying? So he gets up there with his grown man drink, but he in this grown man Depends too, I guess. So I guess the theme was going with these grown man church socks and grown man church shoes. And he gets up there and he's walking around like this. So it causes a bunch of frenzy, and it allows Teeny to be able to pass out free copies of his single, Space Age Riding. They laughing and kikiing and all this and that, and he dancing with the people, and he up there with his baby diaper on and all this and that, and he doing all of that. Okay, so fine. You be naked in Vegas by yourself, big boy. Go back to Fantasia, who is in Charlotte now, and she's rehearsing for the Regis and Kelly show. She's going to be performing Doing Me. And so she's going over with the band and the background singers, and she sounds fabulous in rehearsal. Antoine calls Brian while she's in rehearsal, and he's like, man, I just want to meet with her. I just want to tell her, how it really went down, my side of the story, blah 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 blah. Right? Okay, so fine. Okay. So Brian's like, well, just give her time. I'm not sure if she wants to meet with you. I'm not sure if she wants to talk with you. I'll ask her and we'll see what's going on. Okay. And then I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Okay. Don't call me. I'll call you. So then we get to Tina shooting this music video for this Space Age Riding song, Sugar. That took up the bulk of the episode. Tina in this face makeup to I'm trying to look real extraterrestrial. Now, it all started when he got the lady with the locks. I don't know, what is she, the business manager or something? When he got her to get her locks sprayed in like red and green. I need a little more green in there. I need a little more green in there. I needed to look real extraterrestrial. What do green got to do with extraterrestrial? So the whole episode 9 was really about the man being butt naked almost on the bridge in Las Vegas. And Tina shooting this music video, really. You know what I'm saying? So he's shooting this video, okay, and then let's not talk about how he is haunting these people children, okay. Now he come in with the contacts and things on, and the little face makeup and all this and that, and he come in and he talking to the baby. Now, first of all, he got kids in the background on the video doing they look like they the groupies, you know what I'm saying, doing their little thing or whatever. And then he all on top of the building down in downtown Charlotte talking about, I need this particular backdrop. It's going to give me what I need for the shot. Yeah, talking about. With the contacts and things, okay? Looking like a broke down Michael Jackson from the Thriller video. You understand what I'm saying? No tea, no shade, no shade, no tea, because I know you got to do what you got to do, Mr. T. I've not seen the video. I've not really heard the song other than the little performance shot that they did in the club on this episode. You did get to see a performance shot where he was, you know, doing his thug thizzle with the girls, and he still had them freaking contacts on. Them same the dead man eye contacts. I don't know what, Teeny, what? You and these antics, Teeny, I'm telling you, you keep us all fulfilled and rolling with laughter. Thank you. Thank you, Teeny, for your laughter, Teeny. Thank you, Teeny. Okay, so then we see Bunny and Diane in Fantasia's kitchen, if I'm not mistaken, and they're discussing Antoine Cook. They're just and Bunny is killing it. I know he's still been calling her. I can't tell you 100%, but I know he been calling. I know he have. Cause who else gonna call you back to back to back to back to back? You better tell him, Bunny. And her mama's just like, well, I don't know. I didn't help Fantasia's hands through a lot of things, and this is just, I don't know. There was the point where Antoine wants to show up in New York based on that phone call when he called Brian when she was at the studio rehearsing. He wants to show up and be able to talk to Fantasia. So we see Fantasia, you know, in the hotel room talking about it's raining and this, that, and the other. And then he knocks on the door and the episode goes off. So next episode, we will be able to see him being able to discuss what's going on or what went on with Fantasia. And we'll get to get the true tea. Okay, we'll get the true tea. And I will be back on Sunday to give you the recap of that episode. So this is a double whammy, honey. You get 2 for 1. You get 2 in 1 view, okay? 2 in 1 view, okay? So that is what happened between episodes 8 and episodes 9 on Fantasia for Real for the 2nd season. And guys, I'm so sorry. So sorry. But I hope it's everything that you thought it would be. These last 2 episodes wasn't like all of that, but it was enough for me to kind of talk fast and get it broke down in these little 15 minutes here. So if you enjoy the reviews, don't forget to comment. Don't forget to thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever makes you happy. And subscribe if you like all this going on. You know, not just the reviews, because I don't review a lot of TV shows, but I really like me some Fantasia. So, you know, if you enjoy the whole scope of what I've got going on here, don't forget to subscribe. And check your girl out next week when we are discussing episode 10 of Fantasia for Real from this 2nd season here. Until then, I will talk to you guys and gals later. Peace and peace. Bye.